Virgo, welcome to your bi-weekly love reading from February 1st through the 15th, 2018. I hope you guys are all doing well and welcome back to my channel. I am the good, the bad, and the tarot. And for your reading today, I've selected a couple decks. I'll be using the Lover's Path Tarot appropriately for Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to all of you. This deck is by Cusp. And for your clarification cards, I'm using the Everyday Oracle, also known as the Vera Sibilla Italiana, my little Italian oracle cards. And to give you your guidance message, I'll be pulling a message from the Rumi Oracle right here by Alana Fairchild. Fantastic setup here, fantastic deck, so I hope you really enjoy it. And also, I've gone a little out of my way to make sure that this is a welcoming Valentine's and love-centric setup here, so I'm hoping to really pull in those energies of love for you for your reading. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Hello Virgo, welcome to your bi-weekly love reading, and this reading is for all Virgo suns, Virgo moons, Virgo risings, Virgos on the cusp, and also if you have a Venus in Virgo. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and shuffle on camera. Focusing on the sign of Virgo. Spirit, what are the most important messages and energies concerning Virgo's love lives from February 1st through the 15th, 2018? This is their bi-weekly love reading. What do they need to know regarding their love lives from February 1st through the 15th, 2018? What are the most important messages and energies that you have for the sign of Virgo? Tuning into the sign of Virgo. Spirit, what do they need to know regarding their love lives from February 1st through the 15th, 2018. This is their bi-weekly love reading. What are the most important messages and energies that you have for the sign of Virgo? Let's do one more here for Virgo, February 1st through the 15th, 2018. This is their bi-weekly love reading. Okay. Just get the cards to cooperate with me. That would be great. Okay. At the bottom of the deck, I have Judgment. So you're making a judgment call about someone here. Okay. It feels like someone is also could be waiting for you to make a decision. But judgment is about making a final decision. It's about making a judgment call. All right. You also could be, being critical of your loved one. You may be judging them based on something that they've done. All right. Or you yourself may be facing some kind of criticism from your loved one. I see heartbreak in the past here. I do. It could also be a painful love triangle. But I feel that a final decision is going to be made over the next 2 weeks. That's what I'm seeing. So, pretty heavy stuff, right? Let's take a look at your cards. We have the Seven of Arrows in reverse. Okay. Your challenge is the Six of Cups. Maybe dealing with a soulmate from the past. We have the Three of Cups reversed in the root position. Your thoughts and feelings, you have the Nine of Cups in reverse. In the recent past, you have Strength in reverse. Sign of Leo as well. Some of you could be dealing with Leo. In the near future, you have the Two of Coins in reverse. Okay. Well, definitely not what I was expecting. Then again, I was feeling like the energies were really good while I was shuffling your cards. I was like, wow, this feels good. But, you never can tell. So, Well, sometimes I can tell, sometimes I can't while I'm shuffling. This may actually be for the best. So let's take a look at your cards. You have the Seven of Arrows in reverse. Okay. So this is about giving up the fight. It's about backing down, possibly from an argument or a situation. You may be having a hard time standing up for yourself, bringing your, speaking out, speaking up. This could also say that you're dropping the conflict. You don't want to fight anymore. You are wanting to push forward here. Okay. What else am I seeing? It's interesting because this card did come out in the same position for the sign of Gemini. Okay. So, in your challenge position, yeah, you have the Six of Cups in reverse. All right. This is about being stuck in the past. It's about bittersweet memories. Could also be dealing with someone from your past. And your challenge is to release them, or to only bring the good memories with you and leave the bad ones behind, if that's even possible. But it does seem like it's almost like needing to forgive and forget to kind of move forward. I'm seeing also here that this could be as a result from a love triangle. We have the Three of Cups reverse. Normally this can represent friends that are gossiping behind your back. It could also be an unhappy party or celebration, or loneliness. Feeling like you don't have a support system here. Your friends aren't being supportive of you. It could also point to too much drinking, too much partying. Someone could be having, someone here could have a drinking problem, could be partying too much, not taking things seriously. But yeah, like the challenge, like I'm saying, is not to get stuck in the past, not to just keep dwelling on the things that went wrong. All right. In your past, you have the Strength in reverse, sign of Leo. So this can indicate fierce hatred, power struggles, dominance and submission, weakness, compulsive behavior. It could also, it can mean a lot of things, really. Also the sign of Leo. So normally it does indicate weakened bonds. In a relationship, it can indicate that maybe someone's self-esteem hasn't been great, or there's been a lot of compulsive actions taken. All right, because this upright is about taming the beast. It's about mastering your inner strength. I'm also seeing in the upright position, it does indicate strong bonds and being able to persevere. So it's just, I feel like someone here is like gradually giving up on something, and yeah, maybe things were better in the past. Maybe things were so much better back then. But we can't cling to our memories of the way things were. We have to move forward, right? And like I said, some of you, this could have to do with a love triangle. This could have to do with a group of friends. This could have to do with people that you thought were your friends. And now you're just like, well, I've got to leave the past in the past at this point. Maybe you just don't feel like fighting anymore. Feel like I just see someone here who is backing down from something. It's not worth the fight. In your thoughts and feelings, you have the Nine of Cups reverse. So there could be resentment here, jealousy. It is the Wish card, but it's coming up reversed, so it's kind of saying like you feel unsatisfied. You feel like, it's kind of like that song, you can't always get what you want, but sometimes you get what you need. But you're really not getting what you want here. You really feel, I just heard dishonored in some way, or you feel like you just can't, you're just never satisfied. You're just not satisfied with this. This is not fulfilling to you. And that's why you don't want to fight for it. That's why you don't want to push forward. That maybe something happened in the past here. Maybe there was abuse. Maybe there was, maybe one time, maybe there were, maybe it's a love-hate relationship. It could be something like that with strength in reverse here. But someone is just feeling really unhappy is what I'm getting. And you could potentially be feeling like things are better on the other side of the fence. You know, the grass is greener on the other side. Which could be true. But it's a matter of what are you willing to stand up for. That's why we have Judgment at the bottom of the deck. You're making a decision here. You're making a judgment call. You're finally taking a stand. Or you're moving in that direction. In the Two of Coins reverse, we see this in the near future. It talks about something is becoming too overwhelming for you. Now, it could be that your work-life balance is out of whack and things are not aligning. In that sense, it could also be that maybe you were seeing more than one person or you were interested in more than one person. Like I said, this could indicate a love triangle that has gone sour. And you have to drop both options to free up your time. But this is about dropping the ball. It is about literally letting go and saying, I can't do this anymore. Something's got to give. Something is going to give here with the Two of Coins reversed. There will no longer be the indecision, the sort of being unsure. You're going to be forced to make a decision either way. So yeah, we'll go ahead and clarify these cards. What I'm seeing here. I'll start with the Three of Cups in reverse. Why is the Three of Cups in reverse for Virgo? I have the mort. Okay, mort means death. It means abandonment or complete detachment from a situation. You may have, someone may have ended a friendship with you or you with them. I see jealousy here. It could be jealousy amongst friends. It says excessive attachments, doubts, and suspicions. And this could be within a social circle. And I do see someone here who's very jealous. And I have the messenger coming in. So you may be receiving some good or bad news. And this could be affecting your relationship with a friend or a loved one here. But I do see message coming in. The next thing I want to know is, you know, why is the Nine of Cups in reverse in your thoughts and feelings? Normally this does indicate extreme disappointment. Feeling like you can't have what the other person has, or you want what the other person has, but you can't have what you want. So disappointment in that sense. Why is the Nine of Cups coming up reversed for Virgo and Virgo's thoughts and feelings? We have a married woman. I see respect or attraction toward the mother of a family. Why is the Nine of Cups coming up reversed? We have the Soldier. It says relationship with the police, but I sometimes see the Soldier as someone that's kind of needing to move forward despite how they feel. It can also be someone is in the military and they literally are having to go away for, you know, they're being called Call of Duty, you know. But we could be dealing with a married woman and someone who's involved with someone who is in the military. But it could also say that someone here has to move forward and they're not happy about it. We have the Gran Consolazione, great consolation. So I see this as finally getting what you want after it's something that you've desired for a really long time. So it's like moving. I see someone here who is moving possibly away from a married woman and going after what they really want. It's something that they've wanted for a long time. And currently, if you stay here, it's telling me you're just not going to get it. All right. So why is the Two of Coins coming up reversed for Virgo? We have the Depression, melancholia. So if someone here is female or male, I'm seeing a woman here, dealing with some depression, melancholy, or sadness. And maybe it's become difficult to manage the day-to-day. Why is the Two of Coins coming up reversed for Virgo in the future? We have the Lover. I'm seeing, this is a shy woman who hides her feelings. So there's someone here who does have feelings for you, or you have feelings for them, but they're not coming forward with it. It seems to be a female, because I'm looking at her clothes. This is the same person. But because of maybe the depression, they're not saying anything. Why is the Two of Coins coming up reversed? I'm seeing this is the same person, just slightly different, like taking off some layers here. But I see someone who is just hopeful. They're just waiting. They're apprehensive about something though. They're not going to be moving from where they are. They're not, for example, I just see this person staying put, but maybe they're waiting, dreaming, and hoping for something better. But in the meantime, I feel like this is not taking action. It's more like someone who likes someone, but they're not speaking up about it. That's what I'm seeing. So, Virgo, very interesting reading. Due to time, I am going to need to move forward here and start with your reading get your guidance message out. Yeah. Spirit, what is the guidance message that you have for Virgo with regards to their love lives from February 1st to the 15th, 2018? The Lion and the Deer. I am seeing Leo all over the place, especially with it. I see the Lion here, but some of you could be dealing with a Leo, for sure. But which one are you? Are you the lion or are you the deer in this situation? So that is card 22, the Lion and the Deer. And if you want to follow along, these cards are actually posted online, I think. You just need to Google the title of the card and Rumi Oracle, and you'll see there is a website out there that has published some of the cards. So there's going to be a short poem at the beginning, and then I'll get into the message. It's an extended reading, so budget for 5 to 10 minutes for this message. I recommend watching this part because it does help clarify the overall reading. And usually we're going to go a little bit deeper here too as well. So number 22, the Lion and the Deer. It says, when you enter the garden of the heart, you become fragrant like the rose. When you fly toward heaven, you become graceful like the angel. If you get burned like oil, you become brilliant. When you become thin like hair in yearning, your joy leads the way. You'll be the kingdom and the king. You'll be paradise and the guardian angel. You'll be infidelity and you'll be faith. You'll be the lion and you'll be the deer. Rumi. You are the lion and the deer. You are bold, fierce, and vibrant, and you are silent, sweet, and gentle. If I should come to you in arrogance, you roar at me until my falsehood quakes in fear. So terrified it gives up the game, and love's conquest happens yet again. If I should come to you in surrendered adoration, open to whatever you may wish, you are so gentle with me. Like a deer, you offer me nothing to fear or resist, so that I too become sweet and gentle, longing to submit to your tender ministrations. So then I do not fear my own errors, for even if I stumble into arrogance, I shall be made wiser by your magnificent roar and become humble. Even if I become weak, I shall draw succor, even evoking the tenderness in you. Whatever is needed to keep me true to love is what you give me, for you are the holy lion, proud and mighty, and the sweet deer, gentle as the mildest breezes of spring. Hello, my old friend. Do you remember me? We are the oldest of friends, ancient soulmates we are, acquainted over many lifetimes past and through many lessons learned together in the school of love. So here we meet again. So here we meet again in this advanced spiritual training of the human experience, with the earth as our classroom. The moment is upon us to leave behind what we have once known and to open up to the great mystery of life again. Our souls leapt from the divine oneness through the river of forgetfulness and now dive into a body and a life. Sorry, I'm getting over a cold here, guys. What a journey that leap begins. Let us embark on this studious adventure together. Let us honor the tiger and the lamb within each other, the lion and the deer. I can witness in you both the raging warrior who fights with unbreakable honor and the healer who brings together those things torn apart. Of course, for are we not all things? Are we not human and angel, animal and spirit? Are we not heaven and earth? Are we not divine? And in being divine, being all things are divine. So we are here together in a school of love, not for the soul who still adheres to preference instead of curiosity, not for the soul who craves comfort instead of devotion to divine adventure. We must be like lovers, you and I, if we are to take these lessons. We must be willing to become mad with passion, crazy enough to chase the great beloved, even if it means forgetting who we are for a time, to have the sacred delight of rediscovery, breaking some rules and looking like fools. Well, what could be greater than becoming a fool for love? That will do for us. That will do well. Let us be fools for love together. So shall we become study mates? We'll recognize each other even in all of our varied garbs, bright or somber, wild or gentle. We'll become the most enthusiastic students in the school of love, urging each other on to ever greater feats of passion and devotion. How we shall outdo each other in grand gestures and our unwavering commitment. This oracle brings you a special message. You are rediscovering a part of yourself that has been lost or submerged underneath more practical concerns. Of course, if practicality is about survival, then learning to be your true self is most essential and practical. All other paths lead to death of the soul. You are asked to bear the chaos of this rediscovery. It may be that talents from this or other lifetimes are reawakened and cause you some discomfort at first, even though they will ultimately bring joy and greater fulfillment. The discomfort may be around how those talents are best expressed, about overcoming shame, guilt, doubt, or other judgments. It may even be about who you are if you now admit your talent or other emerging personality traits. Perhaps what is being unearthed in you now is darker. Your sacred rage, refusal to accept disrespect in your life, your inability to tolerate lies and deceptions. Well then, you are the lion and the deer. That is nature. There is to be both in the world. You are not becoming contradictory or hypocritical. You are becoming whole. The guidance this oracle brings you is that you shall prosper most now if you are willing to unbecome what you have believed yourself to be. It was never really true anyway, that view. It was partial at best, and just a view, an identity, not a genuine reality. Some of your previous sense of self shall likely come with this transition into the fuller experience of your being, and some of that previous identity shall be shed, as far too limiting. It just won't feel true for you anymore, if it ever did. Any crisis or confusion this brings you shall be temporary fuel to ignite the divine fires within. They simmer into life, cooking you from within, bringing all of your flavors, spicy and sweet, bitter and sour, into perfect balance, so that your being, your presence, becomes an exquisite dish served up as a divine feast. You shall become nourishment for the world in perfect balance. Your being will hold all, for it holds all within it. It will deny nothing, and become a tonic to feed every taste, every appetite, every hunger, and every deficiency. What an extraordinary sublime meal you shall be. How your presence shall nourish the world. And it all begins with shedding the either and the or, and recognizing instead the all. With such wild permission for unconditional love, you shall thrive in your beingness and feed the hungry world with a meal complete, satisfying, and exquisite. Sacred Honoring Ritual. Say aloud, Rumi who loves me unconditionally, bear witness to my declaration now. I honor the spiritual maturity within me that bestows upon my consciousness this sacred task. I have accepted the fundamental goodness of my being and can now cast aside all notions held of myself and inquire into my wholeness. What nestles alongside this goodness? All, of course. I am unafraid. I honor my heart, and it is big enough to hold all my nature within its graceful light. I witness my darkness with compassion, and I become able to dance with all of my being, light and dark, in graceful acknowledgement of my divine wholeness. The gentle acceptance of all of me now brings me peace. This acceptance allows the divine to live fully through me as a vessel for the great mysterious plan unfolding upon the earth. With reverence, grace, and surrender, so be it. Sit quietly for a few minutes and gaze at the image upon the card. Notice the colors, the interplay of light and dark that create the one beautiful image. This represents you. All light and all dark would have no art at all remaining, only extremes. It is in the interplay of light and dark that enables the living art in progress, your soul, to come most fully to life. When you are ready, simply say thank you. You have completed your ritual. Thank you for allowing me to read for you today, Virgo, and I send you off with much love and light. Take care.